Hi folks, today we're going to talk through Flipgrid and how to utilize it in your classroom. So today we will learn how and why Flipgrid can be beneficial in your classroom, review how to set it up, create it, and grade Flipgrid assignments. And then finally we'll discuss ideas about how you can specifically use Flipgrid in your classroom in your specific course content. So what is Flipgrid? Well, Flipgrid is a formative assessment tool that allows students to record information which can then be viewed and commented on by other students. Flipgrid is a great tool for exit slips, elevator pitches, mini speeches, and any communicative situation in which you are looking to engage with students. Flipgrid is fast, it's free, and it's easy to use. Video creation allows each student to have a voice. So often in a large classroom setting, some students can go under the radar or they don't have an opportunity to share their thoughts and ideas. So video creation allows you to do that. It also cultivates literacy skills. So speaking and listening, it gives more students an opportunity to practice both speaking and sending out information, but also critically listening. It increases student engagement. When students have the platform in which they can share their ideas, they are more invested in what they're learning. It also increases the amount of feedback each student receives, whether that feedback is directly from a teacher or that feedback comes from peer-to-peer exchanging of information and ideas. Students can get that direct feedback. Also, video creation can be completed live. So while you're in the classroom, you can have students participating in Flipgrids that can be viewed later, or it can be done asynchronously. So again, why do we use this tool? Well, it allows students to practice oral communication. It also engages them with their peers. So whether we are face-to-face or remote or anything in between, this just provides more time for students to directly connect with other peers. It can be completed anywhere. So at school, at home, at any time. It really gives students and teachers flexibility. Then again, they're reinforcing those listening skills, which so often can be a challenge to practice. And it encourages students to share their voices. The more they engage with a platform like Flipgrid, the more confident they are to share their voices, not only on this platform, but also in the classroom. Like I said, Flipgrid is a great tool for any sort of blended learning in which students might be face-to-face, they might be online, they might be working at all different times in order to participate in discussion and presentations and engaging activities in your classroom. So this really gives students the autonomy to pick the time, the place, the pace, and the path in which they are participating in your class. So let's talk about grid setup. When you hear the word grid, I want you to think of that as a course or a class. So for example, if I'm teaching a speech class, I'm going to make a separate grid for each one of my speech courses. You will make topics, which is the terminology for the individual assignments for your students as well, but we'll talk about that in a minute. So when you go to set up your Flipgrid, you are going to have the opportunity to choose what type of grid or who has access to your grid. If you're in a school that has a very clear domain, like an @d155 or @clcillinois.edu, you can choose the school email. If you're working in a situation or an environment where people might be using personal email accounts, or you're working with teachers or adults, you might want to select the educator learning community. That's going to open up so that many people with different types of emails can participate. When you go to view your grids, you're going to have a list of grids, and you're going to see that you can edit your grid type. You can go back and change the different domains. You can also click this share button and share this directly with your students. By clicking the share button here, you can post this link in your LMS and share this link out with students so that they can engage with your grid. Here you can see you can create a new grid, and like I said, I would create a unique grid for every single one of my courses so that I can embed those assignments into those courses. Now let's talk about creating individual topics. Each topic should be one discussion or assignment that students can access. Let's take a look at what that looks like in practice. For my speech class here, I have 6 different topics or assignments. I have an introduction topic, which is no longer active because students aren't participating on that one. I've got a different topic for each one of my 4 speeches, as well as just a general hello. These topics can be active, they can be frozen, and they can be hidden from the students. When you go to create a new topic, first you're going to enter into your grid. Then you're going to select New Topic. You'll be prompted to complete this information about the topic title, how long you want the video to be, and any sort of tip that you want to provide to your students. So you can see here, you can give up to 1,000 characters for a prompt, so you can include instructions and details there. Speeches or your videos can also be up to 10 minutes, which is so helpful if you're doing any sort of formal presentation. Video moderation allows teachers to control when students can see different videos. If you want to keep videos hidden until a certain time, I would turn on this moderation feature. Scrolling down here, you can see that you can record videos, you can upload videos, upload different resources and images as part of your prompt. And then again, that moderation piece. Teachers can decide how specific or how open or closed those different topics are. Some of the more fun features are teachers can turn on selfies and videos so that at the end of a video, students can personalize and customize their look. We can turn on video titles, video counts, sticky notes, which are just including different sticky notes during the recording of the videos. So there's really so many fun things to do. Student-to-student replies is one of my favorite features on Flipgrid. Sometimes there's not enough hours in the day in order to respond to every student, so you can make it part of your assignment that students watch each other and give comments and supportive feedback to their peers, which is great for rapport building and community building in your classroom, whether you are in a traditional setting or an online setting. So let's talk about making those individual videos. The video features in Flipgrid have upgraded in the last few months. Video capabilities are super powerful in Flipgrid. Students can make traditional videos right on Flipgrid, whether they are on a computer with a webcam or on their phones with ease. They can also upload videos if they've created videos in a different location, and they can create screencasts now, all in the video creation tool. Students can also add images and pictures and sticky notes while they're talking on their screens, which can be great for demonstrating mastery of a variety of different skills. So here's what this looks like here. So you can see the screencasting feature, adding the video clips, just doing audio. And so that becomes really, really powerful in terms of video creation and student capabilities. They can also upload those videos. Now, be careful because they can only upload MP4s or the WebM file types, but students can easily convert their files on their phones to meet those requirements. So let's take a look at adding that topic in action. Again, here, walking through those different features, there's so much that teachers can customize. Keep it simple at first, and when you feel more confident, then you can begin to play around with some of these features. You can also create feedback. So you can build a rubric straight in Flipgrid so that when you go to grade, you can do a quick grading assessment in Flipgrid and give students feedback that they receive via email. Which leads us to our next topic. So students have finished their topic assignment. Now, how do you grade it? Well, grading, once you get used to it, can be really easy in Flipgrid. And I've got a couple of pointers that can help save you some time. So when you're ready, you're going to want to go into the teacher dashboard, and then you're going to want to click on your specific topic that you're looking to grade. Then you'll receive a list of videos, as you can see here, and you can click on each video. Here's what the educator feedback window looks like. So I can watch my student right here. I can utilize the gradebook. I can also be typing comments while I'm watching the video, which saves me time. Then when I'm ready, I can email that feedback to the student. Here you can see once I've completed all my feedback for my students, I can look at their scores, and then I can transfer those scores into my learning management system. Adding comments and grading while watching those Flipgrids will save you a ton of time. You can also, if you click the little gear on the video, you can increase the playback speed so you can watch up to 2 times speed, which literally cuts the grading time in half. You can also have students do peer reviews and provide feedback to their peers. So if you don't have enough time to watch a video or a video's purpose was to be more informal, you can have them provide feedback to each other. So you're probably saying, this sounds great, but how does this apply in my classroom specifically? Well, here are some ideas for the classroom. You can host class presentations on Flipgrid. You can also have students peer review those presentations. I have utilized this tool with speech classes quite extensively now, and students, once they're used to it, it becomes a low stakes, fun way for them to share out their presentations. You can also hold asynchronous discussions and require that students participate and respond to certain threads a certain amount of times. You can even have students demonstrate or model how to complete an experiment, a problem, or an activity that's applicable to your course content. You can have students complete screencasts of work and complete it online too. And Flipgrid is a great tool for social and emotional check-ins and rapport building in your classroom. If for whatever reason you can't be face-to-face with your students, this provides you and them with some personal connections to each other. I'd like to show you a few different ways that I've utilized Flipgrid. I've utilized Flipgrid for professional development with teachers. It's a great tool to get teachers sharing, especially if you're completing asynchronous professional development. I've also utilized Flipgrid for senior goodbyes and end of the year, different activities, graduation speeches, and things that we were not able to be face-to-face for. Another activity that I've done with Flipgrid is Flip Hunt. A Flip Hunt is like a scavenger hunt that is digital. I've created one grid for my students and 10 different challenges for them to participate in. And students had the opportunity to select which types of challenges they participated in. So here you can see I've given different assignments and different challenges, and then students rose to those challenges and had a lot of fun creating some really creative work. So you can get as creative and detailed with Flipgrid as you'd like, but it's a lot of fun to really engage in and participate and get your students talking face-to-face in some form. Here are some bonus ideas with what you can do with Flipgrid. If you have a really inspirational video, you can create a mixtape or spark a response. So if you want to create a new topic based off of a student's video, you want to click that little spark button or that little flame there. You can also create a mixtape, which is essentially just a highlight reel of the best videos from your students. Mixtapes are great because you can organize only a specific set of videos and you can share those videos with your students. Sparking a response is great too. It automatically creates a new topic in which you can create a new assignment for your students. Grid Pals and Disco Library are different resources on Flipgrid in which you can find other people's previously created grids and topics, and you can copy them into your own classroom grid or topic. You can also connect with other students from across the world, whether it is a different age level, a different location, even a different country. GridPals is wonderful. For people who teach languages, GridPals is excellent for people to be able to utilize their different language skills and communicate with people from all over the world. If you're looking for additional support on Flipgrid, Flipgrid does have a YouTube channel that you can check out. They also have some embedded professional development opportunities for you to spark your inspiration and find out more about Flipgrid. So thanks for joining today. I hope that you learned a little bit more about Flipgrid and how you can utilize this awesome tool in your classroom.